this story has grown legs, if you like, because the owner of the dog is not going to be prosecuted. And that apparently is what we in the trade call the angle. And it's divided opinion at work and beyond in ways that, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't fully understand. So if I said to you that this successful QC who lives in a £5 million house in Barnes, if it had been a sort of shaven-headed a chap in a football shirt whose dog had attacked the seal, do you think the law would have reacted differently? I think perhaps it would, actually. I have to be honest with you. But here's the bit that's upset everyone at work. I feel sorry for her. And that apparently makes me some sort of psychopath. I mean, I feel quite sorry for the seal. Obviously I do. But I feel sorry because she's mortified. If you look at some of the pictures, I'm not going to say if you talk to some of the people involved, because that's stupid. You can't. But she was mortified, and she was with her daughter as well. So to explain, they're already sneering at me. They're already pulling faces at me. I'm terribly sorry for the seal, but what would punishing this woman have to do? Everyone lets their dogs off the leads in that. Well, this is where perhaps my relatively new dog ownership comes into play, because we've got a teddy bear, right? I mean, it looks like a teddy bear, walks like a teddy bear, talks like a teddy bear. We've basically got a teddy bear on a lead. So many people in this part of London let their dogs off the lead because, they like to have a bit of a rummage, don't they, in the undergrowth. Technical term, that, rummage. And that informs my view that we've all gone a bit nuts on this story. Nobody wanted it to happen. It's not like she set the dog on the seal. From what I've heard, she was sprinting up the towpath, shouting at her dog. Passers-by thought she was worried her dog was going to drown, and she actually shouted back at them, "I'm not worried about the dog. I think he's going to go for the seal." So they thought she was running because she was worried that her dog was going to get drowned. The dog had pelted away at 100 miles an hour. I got the seal in its sights, and she. I guess what I've done. I think this is empathy. I've imagined how I would feel if it was me. Now, the caveat here is that there's zero chance of my dog attacking a seal. My dog is frightened of pigeons. So that is just never going to happen. But I imagine that it did. I'm out with one of my children. We are walking an area we've walked a million times before. We may not have known that this seal had taken up residence under a nearby bridge, and my dog has attacked this seal. I have done everything in my power to get the dog off the seal, including watching another passerby, kick 7 shades of blue out of the dog in an attempt to get it to unclamp the seal's fin, which I would find very upsetting. But in the context of the dog still having its teeth sank into the seal, I'm afraid you'd have to suck up the attack upon your dog. So I just want you to talk to me about not just your feelings, but also your facts on this. It's just a very, very tragic accident, right? And this lynch mob that's now out there calling for this woman, it's in every newspaper today. This poor woman who's lived in relative obscurity all her life will, every time she Googles herself or her children start going out with someone new in 10 years' time and they Google the name to see if they've ever been in the news, she's going to be known as the seal killer, or at least the owner of the seal-killing dog. I just think it's a bit sad. Why can't you feel sorry for the seal and feel sorry for the dog owner?
Yeah.